Hi, welcome to Two Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is Josh. And I'm joining you by Pixie.
I'm doing it on purpose now.
I have to introduce you every show, I guess. You can't introduce yourself.
I just stared at you until you said it. Hi.
What's up?
I feel like I've lost touch with reality.
Well, we're really here. Maybe. Unless you're dreaming this.
Yeah.
I got some stuff from Newser.
Go for it. We'll make sure it's good because it's been a really bad week.
Well, I'll try. I mean, I don't make these stories up.
I need cheering up. You picked them.
Well, I don't know. But I can't help what stories come out. Here's a vanity story.
Go for it.
The headline: Selfie lovers start alarming surgical trend. The story reads, think you look better in your latest selfie than in real life? Then beware of... Oh, there you go. Then beware of Snapchat dysmorphia, a newly dubbed term for people seeking plastic surgery to mimic their appearance in filtered selfies.
Where do I get this?
Well, it's reported in the San Francisco Chronicle, so maybe in San Francisco.
Okay.
See, sometimes I have patients who say, I want every single spot gone, and I want it gone by this week, or I want it gone tomorrow, because that's what this filtered photograph gave them. Dermatologist Neelam Bashi tells the Washington Post. They check off one thing and it's gone. That's not realistic. I can't do that. Researchers say the fixation may be a new version of body dysmorphic disorder, a mental ailment that makes people obsess over any perceived flaw in their appearance.
That body dysmorphia is bad. It really is. Like, I know someone with it, and it's a guy as well, and thinks he's fat. He goes to the gym and works out every day and thinks he's fat.
Yeah, some people, they can be down to 70 pounds and think they're still fat.
Yeah, and he knows he's got it, but it doesn't, it's like me, just because he knows he's got it doesn't make it go away.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's sad. Well, I guess they could probably get therapy to help. I don't know.
I would like that plastic surgery though. If you are rich and you've got money to waste, I would like to look like I am constantly on Instagram. I would like some cute little ears and some horns and a little button nose.
I don't think they can give you ears. New ears. Bunny ears. Dog ears.
Yeah, doggy ears or cat ears.
What if to get those they had to cut them off a real dog or cat?
Oh, no.
That's where they'd have to get them. You would have some poor little dog or cat without ears because you want them implanted on your head.
Yeah, they could make me some cotton ones, on Instagram.
Well, you could do that. Just get cotton balls and glue.
I'd sew them to my own head.
Just staple it. It's a staple gun. Just staple it right in your scalp.
I don't think they'd stay in.
Well, that's what the staples are for. So we got another story. Mother says son's funeral ruined by overeager cops. Let's see what happened. A deceased Virginia man's funeral was interrupted last week when his mother says around a dozen police officers barged in to arrest the mourner.
What the fuck?
Per WWBT, Hopewell police were acting on a tip when they showed up Friday to the funeral of 31-year-old Troy Hallett in order to arrest his best friend Rodney Peace. Peace was wanted on a felony credit card fraud charge, but Hallett's mom believes police could have waited to make their move. Instead, Donna Watson said that around 12 cops completely surrounded the funeral home and posted themselves every door in tactical vests. That seems like a overreaction for a credit card fraud charge.
Yeah, but we had this discussion when that girl fell through the ceiling and they were just using a stolen credit card. Money is all that matters in this life. Like, you could kill someone and you'd only get like 2 years in jail. But you can commit fraud and go to jail for life. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't get that. And they'll spend more money tracking these people down than what they actually stole, which to me is so stupid.
Oh.
Well, think how much it costs to jail them. Let's say somebody stole $100, right? And they go to jail. They pay thousands and thousands of dollars to punish somebody that stole $100.
That is true. That is crazy. And your dog hates me.
Nah, he's just cranky.
You promised me you would do the whole show with him in camera view last week.
Well, I'll just move the camera.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, look at him, his little Batman thing.
Where's the Batman artist?
Is he like barking like?
He's sleeping.
Oh, he's adorable.
I'll have to move the camera back here. They won't be able to hear me very well, because that's where I record through. These little speakers on here. But yeah, he's laying here with me.
No.
Let's see. Oh, Peace is also accused of domestic abuse, and that a victim's rights need to be respected. So let's see.
See, that comes second in the story. He was wanted for the credit card thing, and that's why he went in. He's also. It's crazy.
Yeah, they don't care about the domestic one as much, probably.
Exactly! It's crazy.
You can beat your girlfriend, but don't steal $100.
Mental.
Let's see what else we got. Woman tells police she's a white thoroughbred.
What the fuck?
A woman seen speeding through a stop sign at 60 miles an hour told officers they shouldn't arrest her because she's a very clean, thoroughbred white girl, police said. Her eyes glassy and bloodshot, Lauren Elizabeth Cutshaw was slurring her words, and a breathalyzer showed her blood alcohol concentration registered at 0.18%, according to police in Bluffton, South Carolina. Cutshaw, 32, told the arresting officers that she wouldn't be jailed because she was a cheerleader, a dancer, and a sorority girl who graduated from a high-accredited university, reports the AP. So she's 32 and was bragging that she was a cheerleader.
That's like me bragging about something I did at school. Like, that's crazy.
So it's like 15 years ago she's apparently bragging about that.
She might still be a cheerleader now, but, like, she shouldn't be. She's in her 30s. Like, she got some warped sense of reality. Like, is that what our world is coming to? Where, like, I could go out and commit a crime because just by chance I am white.
Yeah, I think she's
and a woman.
I think she tried to pull the white privilege card and it didn't work out very well.
You might as well not arrest me because I'm a white woman.
Yeah. I don't think it works that way.
It shouldn't, but I think it does.
Taking the police station in handcuffs, she described herself as white thoroughbred and went on to say, "I'm a white clean girl," the officer wrote in his report. He asked what that had to do with anything, wrote the officer, who was also white. She replied, "You're a cop, you should know what that means, and you're a cop, you should know based on the people that come in this room." Also, she repeatedly stated, "My partner is a cop," and said she'd been trying to get to her boyfriend's house when she was pulled over early Saturday. Cutshaw, a real estate agent, told the officers that she had 2 glasses of wine at an upscale restaurant. How full were the glasses? I mean, I was celebrating my birthday, she replied. After another officer found marijuana and rolling papers and her Ford Fusion, she said she may have smoked pot earlier that evening as well, the report said. Cutshaw was jailed on charges including drunken driving, speeding, and marijuana possession.
I hate drunk drivers. I really, really dislike them.
Yeah, it's like get an Uber or a taxi or get a friend to pick you up.
What? Like, honestly, why do we let these people back out? Like, they're reckless. I know I can't talk, I'm reckless. But, like, they're just gonna do it again.
Yeah. A lot of times they'll get arrested like 10 times for DUI.
I think she needs locking up just for saying she is white, so she shouldn't be arrested.
Does she get a longer sentence?
Yeah.
Let's see. Snakes put DC library out of circulation. It's like an animal story. This is in the Washington, D.C. Public Library branch was briefly closed upon the discovery of some uninvited guests, snakes. The Washington Post reports the Georgetown Library closed Saturday after staff noticed snakes near a meeting room. Another snake was found earlier that day and released outside. The library called pest control and closed the building until the building was given an all clear, reopening Tuesday. Spokesman George Williams said the pest company found a single dead snake during the library's treatment. Library staff suspected 4 garter snakes were in the building, and according to the D.C. Public Library's website, the library will have a gathering of snakes on Wednesday, but these were invited. Reptiles Alive is providing the snakes for an animal show.
I'm so confused.
So they thought they were going to find 4 snakes, and then they found only 1 dead snake.
Well, how big were these snakes?
So it doesn't say how big they were. So they're like garter snakes. I don't know how big those get. Let me see. Garter snake length. Let's see how long they get. They get about 55 centimeters or 22 inches. So it's about 2 feet. They're not huge snakes.
Still, you'd think you'd notice a snake just wandering about the library.
God dang. They are pretty sneaky.
Oh, don't.
Oh, there's a good grief. It's a story from Peru. A meal after a man's wake kills at least 8.
Tell me everything.
Says at least 8 people who attended a man's wake have died after eating contaminated food at the service in Peru, reports the BBC.
What was it contaminated with?
Let's see. Dozens more remain sick, and Reuters actually has the death toll at 10. The culprit is a meat stew served at the wake in San Jose de Ushua. I know I butchered that pronunciation. Health Minister Sylvia Pesa said that the meal contained chemicals used in pesticides known as oreganosulfites. Oreganosphosphates. There we go. I butchered that word too. Which are reportedly responsible for 2 other poisonings in the region in recent months. The best guess for now is that the cook grabbed the wrong box while preparing the meal.
So, there was added poison to the meal?
Yeah, pesticide. How can you make that accident? That had to be on purpose.
Like, I've done some stupid stuff. I've, poured cereal in my coffee, and I've done shit like that. But at what point do you leave dangerous chemicals next to the food so that you can mix them up?
Yeah. Kill at least 8 to 10 people. So that'd be some pretty strong pesticide.
Is he gonna be charged?
I would think. I don't know. If it's an accident, maybe a negligent homicide. I'm not sure what the Peru laws are. But that's just weird.
I feel like at some point you would have realised what you'd done.
Yeah. This is a mess.
Was he trying to recreate the Beyonce and Lady Gaga video? Is that what he's trying to do?
Maybe. I mean, that's a pretty old video to recreate, but I guess they could.
It's the only thing I can think of, because I feel like you would have, even if it was an accident, you'd have actually realised what you'd have done, because it mustn't have smelt right. And if it didn't smell right, why did you eat it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird.
And at what point did you get sick?
I don't know how long it'd take for a pest. I think it'd be pretty immediate.
Yeah, so surely one of them went down and the others had to be not even this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe it took a while to process. I really don't know. It doesn't say.
It must have tasted funny.
Maybe it's not they're a bad cook.
Oh.
Here's another story with the police. There's a lot of police stories today. This one, a Cincinnati cop tases girl accused of stealing food.
Jesus.
A Cincinnati, that's in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio police officer is on restricted duty after using a taser on an 11-year-old girl suspected of stealing food from a Kroger.
What the fuck?
Why would you do that?
Listen, I'm gonna say it, 'cause I flag them off all the time. Don't treat all the police like the police dogs, and that's it. I like police dogs. They should be the only police allowed to police us.
If they can't arrest people because they're dogs.
Why not?
'Cause how are they going to put handcuffs on you with their paws?
They bring it up to you in a little mouth, and you put them on yourself.
Yeah,
and then you
that's not
walk
going to
into
work.
the police station.
They must not have cops there, like the TV show in England. You have to tackle these people and cuff them. They're not going to give up voluntarily.
You will for an adorable police dog.
Some people don't like dogs.
What kind of monster doesn't like dogs?
One that gets arrested.
Well, then the dogs are allowed to bite them.
Yeah, but still, that's not going to...
And drag them to the police station.
Yeah, I don't think that'd work. You could try it.
I think all police should be police dogs.
I would think that's a poor decision.
I think it's a very good decision, and I think we need to campaign for it more.
Do you think they should have to wear little, police dogs?
Turned up at my house last week. I'd have let him in. I'd have been like, come on, come in. Here's a good boy, come in.
But since they're police people, you told them to go away.
Yeah.
Let's see, the vice mayor of Cincinnati, Christopher Smitherman, tells the Cincinnati Enquirer, "It's hard to understand why an 11-year-old would be tased. I expect answers in 24 hours.
I'd expect answers right away.
The Enquirer reported the off-duty officer approached the 11-year-old girl.
Wait, he wasn't even on duty?
Yeah, he was off duty.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to tase someone.
That's a child, apparently.
Have you seen, have you seen the video on YouTube where the seagull is stealing packets of Doritos?
I haven't seen that. I've seen I've seen dogs steal stuff.
No, you'd have to watch it. He goes into the shop and he steals the Doritos and he does it every day. That's like tasing that seagull. The people in the shop don't even care. They're like, just let them take them.
You should post that on our Twitter page.
I'll
the
find
seagull
it.
video.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Twitter.
It's old, I think. It's an old one.
Twitter.com/2flupodcasts.
I will try and find it and I'll put it up. It's adorable. No, he knows what he's going for.
So I guess, what was it? Was it the Cool Ranch Doritos or the nacho cheese Doritos?
Cheese, I'm pretty sure it was cheese.
Those are I like both, but I prefer the cheese ones.
A newsman tried to confront him about it and he flew away.
Oh yeah, he's a bird.
I wonder whether I can find that video because there's two different videos. The first one's false, the second one.
See, the Cincinnati Enquirer reported that the off-duty officer approached the 11-year-old suspected of shoplifting while working security at the Kroger around 9:30 p.m. Monday. So he was off-duty, but he was, I guess, store security.
Yeah, but still, you're not allowed to tase someone, surely, especially a child.
Since when she ignored commands and proceeded to walk away, the officer, whose name has not been released, stunned the girl in the back before arresting her on charges of theft and obstructing official business, according to police.
What was she stealing?
It doesn't say. Probably like cookies or something. Let's see.
Listen, I think we were talking about this yesterday. We've all been there as children, being kleptos. Like, just, I don't know, don't tase her, fucking hell.
The police chief, Elliot Isaac, said, "We are extremely concerned when force is used by one of our officers on a child of this age, and a very thorough review of our policies as it relates to using force on juveniles, as well as the propriety of officers' actions." I can't read today. I'm illiterate today. It's one of those days. I need more coffee.
Yeah, I need more coffee.
Per the Enquirer, the department's policies allow taser use to temporarily immobilize a subject who is actively resisting arrest, so long as the suspect is between the ages of 7 and 70 and not pregnant.
What the fuck?
So they're allowed to tase a 7-year-old.
And how did he know if you're pregnant?
What?
Like, you can't tell some people are pregnant.
Yeah, some are either too early or they're just too fat and you can't tell.
And some people can be like proper skinny and be pregnant.
The 11-year-old was taken to Cincinnati's Children's Hospital Medical Center for evaluation. No word on her condition, and she was released to a guardian. She's accused of using a backpack to steal food, per KSBW. So it's maybe her parents sent her in there to steal food because they're hungry or something. Who knows?
My God.
Yeah. Let's see. You have another child story? Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Deputies in North Carolina say they're seeking a teenager who robbed a 9-year-old's lemonade stand at gunpoint.
What did he just run off with, like, the tenner? Like, what was this?
It's a bad week for children this week. You get tased by the police, you get armed robbery at your lemonade stand.
Last week, so one of them got thrown off something last week.
This is ridiculous.
Please tell me, Adrian.
Please tell you what?
Everything about this story.
Alright. The Union County Sheriff's Office said Sunday that the stick-up happened near a traffic roundabout in Monroe, North Carolina, about 30 miles southeast of Charlotte. So that's right on the border of South Carolina, I would think. Deputies say the young drink vendor reported that a male teenager with a camouflage hat and a black shirt placed a black handgun to the boy's stomach Saturday and demanded money and then fled on foot. Sheriff's spokesman Tony Underwood tells the Charlotte Observer less than $20 in cash was stolen.
I told you! What's the fucking point?
According to a statement, the police or the sheriff's office posted to Facebook, authorities found a camouflage hat, a black BB handgun, and a stolen metal tin, along with a trail in some nearby woods. Deputies believe the suspect left a bicycle in the brush for his getaway. Authorities say they're unsure if the BB gun they found is the same weapon used in the holdup, but that appears to be likely to be the case because of where it was recovered along with the other items. So he left his bike, which is definitely worth more than $20.
And the BB gun's gotta be worth a lot of money.
Yeah. And his hat, all that stuff is worth well more than $20.
Yeah. Was he on drugs?
I would assume so.
Maybe he thought he was robbing like a legitimate business.
How low do you have to be to rob a 9-year-old at gunpoint? Like, why do you feel the need for the gun? Like, you think you just can't beat up the 9-year-old?
The 9-year-old sounds like the more fucking intelligent person. He's like, I was robbing a gunpoint.
Like, you can't, threaten to even beat him up. You have to use a fake gun. Like, come on.
Have you ever been shot by a BB gun?
They don't feel great, but they're not going to be life-threatening.
Well, I had you close up. You could do you some damage.
Yeah, but not more than like a bruise or something.
I don't know,
Let's try it. Shoot yourself in the stomach with a BB gun.
I've been shot by ricochet by a BB gun, and it was pretty painful.
Yeah, but it's not like getting shot with a gun.
Yeah, but if it's right up to your stomach, I'm sure it's gonna do you some damage.
But still, less than $20. Oh, this sound.
Are we expecting undercover security to be placed on lemonade stands, considering it's a financially motivated crime?
Maybe not, because the security are the ones that tased that little girl. They might just tase the kid and steal their money.
Oh my god. The world is crazy.
Let's see. This is kind of a sports story, but it's kind of funny also. Weep no more, Mets fans. You can get free therapy. The New York Mets, which is a baseball team in New York City, are having a season that AP describes as being ravaged by injury and boneheaded play. And now fans are struggling with their team's lousy season and have somewhere to cry besides sports talk radio. An online mental health marketplace is giving free confidential therapy sessions to Flushing faithful who fill out a form asking for their most difficult moments as fans. New York-based UMA Health made the offer this week after Tuesday's 25-4 loss to the Washington Nationals, the worst loss in Mets history. UMA says the lighthearted promotion, which gives fans access to therapists in UMA's network under $200, is meant to bring attention to the important role of therapy, and it wants to eliminate the stigma of going to a therapist. CEO Dave Kirpin tells the New York Post that he's a lifelong Mets fan, and 1986 was my first year watching the team. Kirpin says it can be very frustrating to watch as your team goes out and makes mistake after mistake. We often talked about our teams like we can control them, so I thought to myself, I can't make the Mets any better, but maybe I can make Mets fans' lives a little better by offering free therapy. The Mets are the 5th worst team in Major League Baseball. They're tied for last place in the National League East, 16 games behind the division-leading Philadelphia Phillies.
I feel like this kind of stuff that undermines serious mental health issues. Like, I guess that everybody can struggle with shit, but when you're talking about a hobby, something that's meant to bring kind of a release to your life, and you're having to go to therapy over it, like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Just fucking stop watching them. It's not something you've got to do.
Like, there's always next season.
Yeah, just write it off. Just stop watching it. Like,
I would assume they're already out of the playoff race, so there's no point watching it this year. Yeah, I mean, their season's pretty much done already.
It makes me despair for the world. Like, when people like me are walking around screaming at everyone, and then they're like, I feel like they're screaming at everyone, and like they're giving free therapy to people because was it baseball?
Yeah, their baseball team sucks.
Baseball team's losing, but I'm walking around like screaming at everyone and being like, I just don't feel like I'm me when I've screamed at everyone.
Do you think they should give you free therapy instead?
I've got a psychiatrist, but it just took me a very long time to get.
They would have got you in there faster if you were a grieving baseball fan.
Exactly.
Or I guess there would be, what, football? What's your most popular sport?
Football.
Yeah. They should give therapy. What team did they lose? Or when the World Cup, wasn't it like, I forget. I don't keep up with soccer.
No, I don't watch football.
It's soccer.
It's football.
But football is American football.
No, we've had this conversation. You don't even really kick your ball. You just fucking run round with it.
Yeah, that's football.
No, it's not. You're running around with it. You're holding it. You kick it like twice.
You kick it for field goals, and you kick it for the kickoff and the punting. You kick it.
You kick it twice.
3 times.
Oh, fucking hell, sorry.
And point after is 4 times. You kick the ball in 4 different scenarios.
Well, in football, you kick it all the time. If you pick it up, you get in trouble.
Well, maybe they just haven't thought to pick it up.
Maybe you just need to rename your sport to something more accurate.
Well, maybe soccer needs to quit sucking where the score's like 2-1 after like 4 hours.
I don't watch it.
I wouldn't either. Here is a food story. Do you like Nutella?
Is it nummy?
Do you like Nutella?
Can't eat it.
Oh, you can't eat it?
No.
Oh.
Got milk in, hasn't it?
I don't think. Let me look up the ingredients for Nutella. Oh, it does.
I'm pretty sure it has.
Let me look at nutrition ingredients. Nutella, yeah, it does have some skim milk. See, yeah, you can't have it.
No, can't have it.
But anyway, here's the story anyway.
Go on.
You can't have it. Nutella dream job requires 0 experience. See, if you love Nutella, its Italian manufacturer may just have the job for you. Per the local, Perro, I don't know, whatever their company's name is hiring dozens of non-professional testers to help them test ingredients at their Italy headquarters in Alba, Piedmont. Officially dubbed the sensory judges, the 60 new employees will work a couple days a week starting in late September with 3 months of courses designed to help them refine their tasting and smelling skills to the company's satisfaction. So what are the requirements other than a love for the vaunted hazelnut spread? There really aren't any. Companies have these sensory judges, but the recent posting on Open Job Meetus, I don't know if that is some sort of website, was advertised specifically for regular folks outside the company after being exclusively held by company insiders for years. They ask only that the applicants suffer from no food allergies and feel comfortable using a computer. It says not everyone who initially chosen will make the final cut, though. Per the USA Today, the company plans to whittle down applicants to a final group of 40 following the training process.
I wouldn't be allowed to do that job. I'm allergic to everything.
But could you imagine getting fired from a job where literally all you have to do is eat Nutella? Because they're whittling it down to 40, so they're going to start with more than that. You're like, I'm sorry, you just don't taste well enough. We're going to have to let you go.
I'm sorry, I just don't think you take on this job seriously enough.
Like, we saw you secretly eating peanut butter instead. We'll have to let you go. I mean, that would be shameful to lose that job.
Listen, I think if you've got mental health issues, it's not the job for you. Because it sounds like they're going to hire a lot of people and only keep on a few of them. And like you said, imagine not getting that job. Like, if you've got any mental health issues, that's going to be what pushes you over the fucking edge.
Losing your taste test job? It would suck to eat the same thing every day, though. Imagine if they had to sit there for 8 hours and just eat Nutella.
By the end of, like, the first week, they'd just, like, they'd like, come into wherever I was, and I would literally have, like, lost my mind and just be covered in Nutella.
Like 500 pounds with, like, diabetes.
Just like bread all over me. I can't do this. It's too much. It's too stressful.
Yeah, that's a weird job.
Yeah.
Let's see. Man who smuggled a gold in rectum wins economic argument.
A golden what?
This man who smuggled gold in rectum wins economic argument.
What the fuck? I thought you said he smuggled a golden rectum, not gold in rectum. I thought like a golden what?
This is from our good friends in Canada. A Canadian man who smuggled 6 figures worth of gold out of the country's mint in his rectum.
Jesus.
Ended up in prison as a result. Scored a final court win, one centered around market forces and gold prices. As previously reported, I missed this story before. Leston Lawrence was found guilty in this is why, because it was in November 2016 of smuggling 22 gold pucks and receiving a 30-month sentence when the judge decided 3 months later that the then 35-year-old could repay the gold's value, which was $190,000 in Canadian money at that time. And a 3-year post-prison period, he'd go back behind bars for another 30 months. The Ottawa Citizen reports that in July, Lawrence's lawyers argued the replacement value should be less than $190,000. When he stole the gold, it was worth $165,000, and what he got for it on the street was lesser amount of $130,000. A three-judge appeals panel ruled for Lawrence. They didn't base their decision on market prices, but rather the proceeds of the crime, writing the purpose of a fine and law of forfeiture is to deprive an offender of those proceeds, which is not necessarily the value of the property. In Lawrence's case, the proceeds were $130,000, and the judge should have set the fine at that amount. Lawrence also asked for more time to make the repayment, but that request was not granted. The judges note in the ruling Lawrence had yet to sell his home, one he reportedly bought using his gold proceeds, because appropriately he is waiting for it to go up in value.
Listen, I think he should have to repay it because he quite literally shits gold.
Well, he doesn't. He has to cram it up there first. Anybody can do that. Can you imagine sitting at work one day and be like, you know what? I think I could smuggle out one of those gold bars in my butt.
I wonder how long it took them to smuggle out that much, like how many, like, days, weeks, months. And how didn't they notice it was going missing?
And who's buying, like, gold that's been up somebody's butt?
I don't think you probably know it's been up his arse.
I guess.
Who buys gold, really?
On the street, yeah. I guess there's a street market for butt gold pucks, whatever those are. Let's see, we got 3 more stories here. Cops called, that's another police story. Cops called on student eating lunch. All I did was be black.
This doesn't surprise me, not at all. Not at all. You know, it was, I mean, I don't know why I didn't think it had come to this, that people would just be harassed for eating lunch because of the colour of the skin.
They should have told them they were white thoroughbred and they would have got away with it.
Yeah.
The Massachusetts college president is apologizing after campus police were called to investigate an undergraduate black student quietly eating her lunch in a common room. Smith College president Kathleen McCartney says in a letter Thursday the college is hiring a third-party investigator to review the incident and that every Smith staff member will undergo mandatory anti-bias training. Officials say an employee at the Northampton College called 911 Tuesday to report someone who, quote-unquote, looked out of place in the building, the AP reports. The school says there was nothing suspicious. The New York Times identifies the student as, I'm going to butcher this, Omu Kanote? I don't know. I'll butcher that one. Who says she was on break from work when she was approached by a campus police officer who quickly surmised nothing was amiss. The woman wrote, I am blown away at the fact that I cannot even sit down and eat lunch peacefully. I did nothing wrong. I wasn't making any noise or bothering anyone. All I did was be black. She reports she had a complete meltdown following this wrong and then called for incident. No students of color should have to explain why they belong at prestigious white institutions, she noted. I worked my hardest to get into Smith, and I deserve to feel safe on my campus. She also tells CBS Boston she was the person who called to report her. She says police told her it was an employee at Smith, identified and fired, so she wants them to be fired. McCartney's apologized to the student, a rising sophomore who spent the summer as a teaching assistant working with high school students in a Smith STEM program. So somebody called the police because a black girl was sitting there eating lunch.
I don't understand what. It makes me despair, but I mean, I've got no words. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It makes no sense to me.
It really, as well, it makes me think, like that white girl talking about her white privilege, right?
She's a white thoroughbred.
Yeah, like when she's quite clearly broken the law.
Yeah.
It's so weird, like it sort of makes me feel like I could probably go out and do a lot of bad shit and get away with it.
Well, in the U.S. maybe, not necessarily England.
But if I was darker skinned. I couldn't even walk down the street without being accused of something. Like, it's absolutely crazy.
Is it that bad there, or is this just an American problem?
I'll be honest, where I'm from, we don't really get racists anyway. Like, I think a racist would be quite rare. I'm not saying we don't have them, but like, I don't know whether you'll have even heard of this, never mind remembering it, but a few years ago, these Nazis were like, we're gonna have our Nazi gathering in Liverpool, and we were like, no you're not, and they were like, yeah we are, and we were like, no you're not. So like 2,000 Nazis turned up in Liverpool, and like 20,000 Liverpool people turned up and beat the shit out of them.
Good grief.
Like, you can find it on YouTube. Like, I mean, it's really not something I've ever witnessed, like, myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, saying that, one of the girls I used to work with, she was in a club this was in Liverpool, when a fight broke out between a racist and a black guy, and she was like, it was so scary. 1 minute, the club was fine, and the next minute I was hiding in the corner trying to hide my skin, like, 'cause shit had kicked off. Like, literally, she was terrified because she was black. Like, I don't understand people's mentality, do you know what I mean? Like, why someone's skin colour causes so much hatred.
I don't get it. I live in a predominantly black city, so I'm used to being, a lot of times I'm like the only white person anywhere, but when I used to live in West Virginia, which is like 95% white, like, they were racist there. I think some people are racist because it's convenient to be racist. Like if you go about your whole day and all you see is white people, then yeah, it's probably like, oh, I can be racist against somebody else because it doesn't really affect your day-to-day life anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you never actually come into contact with anyone of that race.
So I think they make up they justify it in their head with just like stereotypes or whatnot. But there's nothing in their life that can really go against that because they don't encounter people of other backgrounds, you know what I mean? Or ethnicities.
Yeah. It's so weird. It is just so... It's just insane.
Yeah. Let's see. Men flee nursing home to attend heavy metal festival.
I heard about this. They said they were found in a confused, disorientated state. They were probably off the fucking faces.
Well, it's stuck out of a nursing home. Where is the Wacken Festival? Let's see.
The thing is, they're right. Why are they not just allowed out of it? It's not a prison. Why can't you just go?
I'm not sure. This is in Germany. I guess the Wacken Festival is in, I guess it'd be Wacken. The Wacken Festival. See, some 75,000 people were expected to attend the world's largest heavy metal festival last weekend, and just 2 of those attendees are getting international press. That's because the German men allegedly fled their nursing home Friday in order to go to the Wacken Open Air, which featured the likes of Judas Priest and Danzig, and stages dubbed Faster, Harder, and Louder. The Deutsche Welle reports police located the men at 3 a.m. disoriented and dazed and wanting to stay. They were returned to the nursing home. A police rep puts it plainly, they obviously like the music festival. So, I'm guessing they got a little, marijuana in their system or maybe some alcohol.
I think they were off the face. And I just don't understand why it's a big deal that they went. Like, On nursing homes and like prisons, are they like surely pull ours out?
I would think unless they had some sort of dementia or something. Maybe they're supposed to check themselves out and they didn't. I don't know.
No, I mean, are our care homes becoming prisons? Like, good for them.
Yeah, I say it's. If they want to be old and go to a rock concert, I got a problem with it.
Listen, I am going kicking and screaming into old age. None of this fucking I'll go gracefully and quietly.
Yep.
I am gonna fight.
Well, that's how you are with everything, though. Didn't you just say you're yelling at people in the street? So I don't think you're going to the grocery in grace. So why would you go to old age in grace?
Exactly. I'm gonna be like 90 with fucking pink hair and screaming at random people.
You'll be that crazy lady on the street.
I'm okay with that, I already am. Someone's gotta do it. You know, it's like, I'm not saying it's an easy job, but someone's gotta do it.
Oh Lord, we got 2 animal stories. I guess this one's like a fashion story too. I'm gonna have to post a link up on the,
You're gonna have to remind me of what links I've promised to post, because I will forget.
Oh, that was the seagull with the Doritos.
Okay.
I'll go post this one right now. Let's see. I'll log into our Twitter right now, because you have to see this, you have to see this this story what I'm talking about for it to, be entertaining.
I don't think I can, because I'm on my phone.
I mean, when we're done here, you have to see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because the visual helps, tell the story. I'll post the link.
Do you ever even watch anything I tell you to go and watch, by the way?
Sometimes. And then sometimes I forget. If you'll tell me right then, I'll usually do it, but if not, I'm like, I'll remember. Alright. I'll post it. Okay, now I'll read the story. It's touted as Levi Strauss meets Calvin Klein. Oh, I didn't read the headline. The headline is, America now buys thousands of chicken diapers each month.
What the fuck?
It's touted...
I've got several problems with this.
Yeah. It's touted as Levi Strauss meets Calvin Klein, and this fine piece of fashion could be yours for just $37.99, except for it won't be for you. The item in question is a chicken diaper made by Featherware. And if you've never heard of chicken diapers, well, start by knowing they're a thing. In a piece for the outline, Michael Waters explores the booming business of luxury chicken diapers, which are designed to do the obvious, catch chicken poop.
Right, first of all, I'm pretty sure that's animal cruelty. I'm pretty sure they don't like wearing nappies. Secondly, it's harmful to the environment because it's just unnecessary waste. And thirdly, if I was a fucking chicken, I've not got much to enjoy other than maybe shitting in the middle of the fucking wherever I want to shit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but they get fashionable. They look like overalls.
Listen,
for chickens.
Listen. If I was one of these chickens, and I know we've just established I am that person that goes mental in the middle of public places, I would be ripping them nappies off all the other fucking chickens and being like, now you're free, fucking go away, like before they do it to you again, get away.
Maybe they like wearing the outfit. My dog likes to wear clothes if he can. They don't put them on very often, but...
Dogs are different though. Like, see, my dog was like, I don't think he'd have chosen to wear clothes, but he didn't have a choice. And it's not that he hated them. I just don't think... But, like, we never unnecessarily dressed them up, maybe just at Christmas. The rest of the time it was, like, jumpers and things to keep him warm.
Yeah.
But he did get upset one Christmas because we dressed him like Santa. And he already had, like, a dodgy tummy. And he ran around the house dressed like Santa, shitting everywhere.
What? My dog gets...
We stressed him out.
He gets ridiculously excited to wear clothes. Like, he absolutely loves it. He'll run around and be excited. See, Waters explains chickens don't urinate and excrete, but simply produce excrement. So there's no chicken peeing. I guess they just poop.
That's weird. Does he have...
I guess it's probably wet poop, I would assume.
Yeah, because their shit is wet anyway.
The diapers have been embraced by both chicken owners who want to bring their pets inside without sullying the house, and Instagrammers who think it's just cute to post a photo of the chicken in a diaper.
Listen, I am very regretful that I threw that thing I found in my washing machine filter away. I think I should have kept it, ordered a tank and gave it an Instagram page. I think it would have got a lot of followers. I could have dressed it up in people clothes.
True. It's sold on eBay.
It's in the bin.
See the rest of the story. As for their popularity level, Waters shares the story of Julie Baker, who with her young daughter Abigail made one for one of the chickens Abigail liked to bring inside their Claremont, New Hampshire farm.
Were any of the chickens interviews on how they feel about it?
I don't think so, because chickens can't talk.
Yeah, they can.
I've never heard a talking chicken.
I've heard chickens talk. They like talking clucks.
Well, that's not, like, English, though.
But I'm sure we can get it interpreted.
I don't think they have chicken whispers.
I think they should.
Well, maybe you could be a new career path. You could be the world's chicken whisperer.
I think I'd be very good at it.
You never know till you try.
I think I'd rather become a duck whisperer. I like ducks. Not that I don't like chickens, but I think ducks are adorable.
I don't think they sold duck diapers yet. Maybe next.
Better fucking not.
Maybe next month. But I don't know if ducks like to wear clothes, because look at Donald, or diapers anyway, because Donald Duck would wear a shirt, but he would wear no pants.
That's because Donald Duck's a pervert.
But Daffy Duck is always naked. Unless the skit requires him to be dressed.
Yeah, but why would you wear a shirt and not pants?
What's also funny is when Donald Duck gets out of the shower, he puts the towel around his lower half, and his top half is naked.
Have I ever told you about... I don't think I've ever told you this story. I might have done. When I was at uni, I was outside the Top Shop on Oxford Street with Lou. Because Lou was having a ciggy, we'd just come out and we were going to go back to the tube, like the train station. And Lou was like, I want a ciggy. And we were stood there and like all of a sudden the people around us started like tweeting and like laughing or like grabbing the children and covering their eyes. And Lou like tapped me and was like, look. And as I turned around, there was just this man strolling down Oxford Street in a red t-shirt and a pair of Timberland boots and nothing else, like he thought he was fucking Winnie the Pooh. And then about five minutes later, like all these police cars went speeding in the direction he went in. But what I want to know, right, is how did he get to like the busiest street in England without any pants on? Did he walk from a flat? Did he go into a shop and take them off? Why did no one stop him before he got to Oxford Street?
I would assume he lives nearby. Who knows?
Like, I think he thought he was Winnie the Pooh, and I think cartoons have got a lot of fucking answer for, men can't just stroll down the street with the knob out.
I wish he was eating like a big pot of honey. Just in his hand. Like that. That would make it classier.
Oh, I wonder whether he made the news. I might have to Google it later and see whether I can find any on it.
They'd have to censor him out.
Yeah. For strolling down the middle of the street, like, it was normal to be walking around in just a t-shirt and boots. Nothing else.
Was he attractive?
I didn't see him, because Lou was, like, nudging me, but, like, he was walking behind me, so as I turned round, he sort of, like, passed me, and all I got was, like, arse. All I could see was, like, bum.
So you're disappointed?
I wasn't disappointed, I was just a bit like, what the fuck?
So this woman and her daughter came up with the chicken diapers because her daughter liked to bring a chicken inside the house. After they got requests from others, Baker decided to have her homeschooled daughter launch an online store as a lesson. Now they're selling up to 1,000 diapers a month at $18 a pop. And demands has her shipping to all 50 states. So there's the chickens in Alaska, I guess. Waters gets to the nitty-gritty, explaining how the rise of urban chicken raising is feeding the trend and charting the different types of diapers available.
I thought there was more than 50 states.
Oh, yeah, 50 states. We have other territories. We have, like, Puerto Rico and Guam and...
There was, like, 52.
And we have 50 states.
I think I've slipped into another dimension.
No, we've only... we had 48, and then they added Alaska and Hawaii.
How many stars are on your flag?
50. In your entire lifetime, we've had 50 states. We haven't added a state since, like, the 1940s, I think.
Why? I'm sure there's 52.
No, there's 50. I would think I would know.
I think I've slipped into another dimension.
We had 13 colonies. And then some of those colonies broke up into multiple states, but then we also expanded westward.
I'm sure there's 52.
No, there's 50. States. You don't like 50? You like 52 better?
Yeah, because I feel like there was always 52.
We could add England and Ireland and make it 52.
You leave us alone.
I think President Trump should take over England.
We do not like him.
Well, he could be your new president.
We do. You send him over here, and you'll get the same treatment as the Nazis got. We do not like him.
He was over there. He was over there recently. You didn't see the big Donald Trump balloon they made?
Yeah.
See, that's in England.
Did you see he had a mobile phone in his hand?
Yeah. They spent something like $40,000 on that stupid balloon.
What was going on as well with him and Theresa May fucking holding hands?
I don't know. I saw him beat with the Queen.
Was he holding her hand? I didn't see him holding fucking King Johnson and Vladimir Putin's hand.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
I think it was fucking inappropriate. That's what I think. I think she needs firing. I mean, fucking hell.
You think she needs...
I never thought I'd say this, but she's worse than the fucking pig fucker.
So you don't like your Prime Minister?
No. Whatever happened to... I'll get it. The one that looked like a character out of Wallace and Gromit.
What, your previous Prime Minister?
No, he ran for Prime Minister and he had fees and he didn't get it. Ed Miliband, whatever happened to Ed Miliband?
I've never heard of him, so I don't know.
Oh, how do you know? What about the Miliband's? And they were all like fucking teenage girls that were fucking in love with Ed Miliband.
We get very, very, very little British news here. Very little.
Well, listen.
I'm sure you get a ton of American news because we're important.
No, not really, no. No.
You should.
I don't think we should. I think we should just shut you off and pretend you aren't there.
So if you don't like Theresa May as your prime minister, then there should be a problem when Trump takes over England and he becomes your new president. Then you don't have to deal with her anymore.
Let's put Boris Johnson in power.
That guy looks weird. Is it the weird looking guy? I think I've seen him. Isn't he the Brexit?
Blonde guy that's in trouble for saying that women in, I don't know how you say it, is a hijab?
Oh, like the burqa thing.
Yeah, look like letterboxes.
Yeah. He's got a haircut probably worse than Trump. That's pretty bad.
Remember when he got stuck on the zip wire? And when he saved the woman in the street from, forget what was happened, she was getting attacked somehow. And she said she just heard, out of nowhere, someone on a bike coming down, like, screaming something like, leave her alone, you yobs, and it was Boris Johnson, like, cycling to the rescue on his fucking bike.
I haven't seen that.
Let's just put him in, because let's face it, he's not sane, right? He's not sane, and he's not the best person to be leading.
I don't know if he can be your prime. Does your prime minister have to be British?
Nobody is.
No, he's from America. He's from the United States.
Boris Johnson?
Yeah, it says he was born in what does it say? What does it say? Well, he was born in New York City. And he was an American citizen all the way up to 2016. I guess a dual citizen.
Yeah, it must have been. Because he was mayor of London, like, before that.
Yeah. Well, like here, you can be a governor or whatever you be from outside the United States, but you can't be president and not be American.
Because he went to college in that year. He went to Eton. But, like, what I think is maybe we need someone that doesn't know what's going on, because then we can't be fucking manipulators.
Well, that's what we did.
No, you poor fucking...
That's what we did. You can't say that's not what we did.
That's not what you did. Like, I feel like if we put him into place, he'd be a bumbling fucking idiot. So, like, no one could manipulate him.
Yeah, that's what we did.
No, because Donald Trump's just a bad racist.
Yeah, but he's still from the outside. We took the guy from the Apprentice TV show and we put him on the White House.
Yeah, but that's different. Boris Johnson's like a legitimate politician.
Oh, well, he'd still be an insider then. You're talking about an outsider.
Yeah, but he doesn't know what fucking day it is.
Well, I'm sure he knows what day it is because he sees it on his Twitter when he goes on there.
I don't think he goes on Twitter. I tweet at him like all the time and never get a response.
Oh, I thought you meant Trump. Trump's on Twitter all the time.
No, Boris Johnson. You've got a Twitter, but I don't think he goes on.
Let's play his staff is on there.
What?
His staff probably does it for him.
Yeah, maybe. Let's face it though, who haven't I tweeted at?
Have you tweeted Trump?
Yeah, loads, yeah.
Has he responded?
No, I'm a bit disappointed he hasn't blocked me.
He might respond. He likes the foreign ladies.
He does as well. As long as the wife.
He might be wife number 4. What do you think?
It would be the death of him.
You'd poison him?
I don't think I'd have to. I think a week with me and he'd fucking throw himself off a building.
You'd be first lady.
Listen. I don't like him, but I'm willing to drive him that crazy that he fucks off somewhere. What's going on with his wife and her clothes, by the way? Apparently she's, like a troll of some sort, trolling him.
Oh, about the I don't care to you or something like that? That was a while ago. Yeah. Who knows? She kind of just does what she wants.
I feel sorry for her. I think she needs to fucking divorce him.
I doubt she does till he's out of office, at least.
She needs to divorce him and just...
You just want her to divorce him so you can swoop in there. Be the first lady.
Listen, I know I'm joking about it, but I would not. I would not go anywhere near that.
What, near her or him?
Him. I would rather lick what I dragged out of my washing machine this week than go near him.
I'd meet him. I think it'd be entertaining.
No, I'd rather lick the shit that came out of my washing machine filter than go anywhere near Donald Trump.
I'd meet him. So Donald Trump, you listen. I'll meet you. We should bring him on the show. President Trump, you're listening. Come on the show and we'll read you stupid news about we'll read you news about 11-year-olds getting tased.
I'm offended that you've asked Donald Trump on the show and not the shit I pulled out of my washing machine.
That's because you threw it away.
Oh yeah.
That's on you.
I should have bought at a tank and got it on Instagram.
Yeah, it's too late because you fished out the trash or do you take the trash out?
I've taken it out and I'm not going through them bags.
I'm sorry, rubbish. You don't call it trash, you call it rubbish.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
Yeah. What about trash? Do you like the word trash or not?
No.
Oh. What about garbage?
I think it needs to be thrown in the... I hate that word.
Like garbage?
Yeah. Rubbish.
That's to be rubbish.
Rubbish. How's your hoarding collection going?
It's going better than your poop hoarding collection. You haven't even started yet.
I've been too busy being crazy.
Well, I would think that would be part of the craziness, is hoarding feces.
Well, I feel like the difference between being 3 days this week, because 3 days just merged into one big fucking
72-hour day.
Yeah. I mean, I might have slept Monday night, but I don't know.
Oh.
I definitely didn't Tuesday night. Wednesday, I had to knock myself out with a sleeping tablet along with me quetiapine, and I was that off on one. Like, I was gone.
That's what we should have recorded.
What, when I was crazy before I took my quetiapine?
Yeah, that'd be a good show.
I'd have just been screaming.
That's entertaining. That's what people want.
Okay, well, next time I'm having an episode, right?
Yeah.
I'll DM you and I'll be like, I'm having an episode. I don't even know whether I've taken my medication. I'm pretty sure I haven't slept for like 5 days and I'm just screaming at everyone trying to record.
That'll work.
Okay.
I still gotta finish this chicken diaper story.
Fucking hell, I'll be still on that.
That's why we need Trump on here. So we need President Trump on here so we can talk to him about chicken diapers.
I think we need to move on. I don't think we're going to get through this story.
Oh, we have 2 sentences left. It's telling you how you use the diapers. It says some you just wipe the excrement out, while others require a paper towel insert. And there's a side accessory, the chicken dress. So there's a dress for chickens too. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Listen, I'm not a fan. I think we need to get pizza.
One's a tutu.
Oh.
Chicken tutu. It's $15.
That's more than I'd spend on a tutu.
Well, you could rob the kid's lemonade stand and then get the $15 and go buy chicken tutu.
Listen, I would fit into a chicken tutu, so do not, let's not. I thought I was at the supermarket the other night when I was crazy, and I seen a pair of kids' pajamas, and I was like, I really want them pajamas, and I think they'll fit me. And I was like, but I better get, like, a 12 to 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
Too big on me.
Too big. That's a children's size 10.
Yeah, it's 12 to 14 years, and they're too big. But I don't mind, because I'm only probably going to wear the t-shirt anyway. It's like a little t-shirt with, like, square little panda faces on. Well, yeah, too big on me. Too big.
So you wear a 10-year-old's clothes.
I've got 10-year-old skirts that I can fit into.
Agreed.
But they're stretchy, which is why I thought I better get like 12 to 14 for the top.
Well, usually they're cheaper though, right? Cheaper than adult clothes.
Sometimes, yeah.
So that's a bonus.
Kids get the best clothes. Like, it's ridiculous.
We need to find the worst children's clothes that are size 10 and just send the link to a Pixie. So they can, like, especially if it's something cartoony, or like these southern church dresses that are all poofy. You don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
Oh.
Send me links to children's clothes that are beautiful and that I'll want, and I'll bitch on Twitter about how I want them. Like I've been bitching about how I want a Little Miss No Name or whatever it fucking is for like a million years.
Little Miss No Name, what's that?
1960s street urchin doll.
Oh. You can wear street urchin doll clothes?
No, I want the doll.
Oh.
She was a doll in the 60s.
Oh, okay.
That I think meant to show kids that, you know, you should, you know, not judge someone on, like, you know, there's the life circumstances and shit like that, do you know what I mean? Like, everybody is important. But kids started getting scared of it, and the parents were fucking taken aback. Good life lesson, parents. No wonder we're a fucking load of wankers.
No wonder we have to tase 11-year-olds.
Yeah,
They don't get life lessons from their dolls.
I want one, and I'm going to make her beautiful, and she is going to get her own Instagram. So if anybody's out there, I want one. But can you please look for one that is possessed, preferably by a demon, but I will take a normal ghost.
So you want to be possessed by a demon or a ghost?
Yeah.
What if they just give you the doll and you have to bring your own demon into it? Is that too much work?
I feel like that defies the point of getting one.
Yeah. Alright, last story of the day, you ready?
Go on, make it a good one.
Burglar thwarted by family's quote-unquote perfect pig.
Tell me more.
Let's see, this is in Indianapolis, Indiana. Beware of pig. Authorities in Indianapolis are crediting a family's full-grown pig with scaring off a burglar or burglars.
Can I just stop you just a minute, because I will forget this.
Yeah.
Someone, I won't say who, I won't say who it was. Someone sent me a newspaper article that was, like, the headline was that a pig from so many beers got drunk and got into a fight with a cow.
I'd watch that fight.
Like, what the fuck? Who let that pig get drunk?
I'd watch it fight a cow, though.
I hope none of them were injured.
I would think the cow would win.
Yeah, but I feel like the pig was a victim in it too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You shouldn't give pig beer.
How many times do you think I'll interrupt you during this story?
Quite a few. Up to one. That chicken diaper story got you on a rant too.
How long did you try and get through that story for?
That was like a half an hour story about chicken diapers.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's start over again. Beware of pig. Authorities in Indianapolis are crediting a family's full-grown pig with scaring off a burglars who broke into a home just weeks after the property was purchased. Per Fox 59, the intruder smashed through the back door, left without taking anything, apparently after encountering the pig known as Dumplin, who was rescued from who was adopted from a rescue shelter. Police were guessing whenever the person broke in, they were probably surprised at a pig and were like, I don't want to deal with this. The owner, a single mom with 4 kids, tells WXIN. Though she wasn't home at the time, she adds an officer informed her the intruder had made it as far as Dumplin's location. He's the perfect animal, she says.
How big is he?
So it's a full-grown pig. Let's see how big pigs get. Full-grown pig. Let's see. So I guess I gotta do size. I think it to be about what's a boar? I don't want a boar. Let's see. Well, they get to about 60 pounds.
That's not that big.
Oh, let's see. Okay, domestic. No, maybe it's something else. Domestic pigs' head ranges, so they're about 35 to 71 inches. An adult can weigh between 110 and 770 pounds.
Whoa, that's like 770 is like 7 of me.
But I don't think they had one that big. So let's say they had 100. Their pig was probably like 100 pounds.
That's still big. I think that's still bigger than me.
Yeah. It's a pretty big pig.
How big was he though?
It didn't say. That's too in depth for Doozer. Doozer takes news and abbreviates it.
Although pigs can be violent.
I heard they can get them to eat people.
Yeah, you definitely can, yeah. There's been like serial killers and shit that have fed people to the pigs.
Would you want to be fed to a pig?
No.
Would you rather eat a pig or be fed to a pig?
I'd rather be fed to a pig.
Than eat one?
Yeah.
Alright. So no bacon for you.
No.
So that's the news this week. What do you think? Is that pretty good news week?
No.
Oh. Sorry. I had chicken diapers.
Feel like I find better news stories than you.
Yeah, but yours are like 6 months old. These are somewhat fresh stories.
Whatever.
Oh, here's a story I missed. Bonus story. It's from Newser. A suspect runs into pasture and the cows weren't having it.
Oh, I've seen that. He chased that. He fucking chased that.
Yeah. It's one of the strangest and most spectacular lines ever uttered during a police chase. If you see the large group of cows, they're literally following her and chasing her.
Yes, you've got like...
there is a video.
Night vision. And you can just see her like running and all the cows following her.
That's ridiculous. See, there's video from the Florida's Seminole County Sheriff's Office to appreciate it, but a small herd of cattle did indeed help police catch a suspect fleeing on foot through the pasture, reports TampaBay.com. Police say the woman had been in a stolen SUV being pursued by officers when the vehicle crashed near the pasture. One man who bolted for the SUV was quickly captured, but the woman made it further. Actually, a large group of cows is following her for a good visual, says an officer in a helicopter. It looks like they may attack her. Cows, more than a dozen in all, chased the woman to a fence where she was promptly arrested. Jennifer Ann Kaufman, 46, faces charges of deep theft, possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, trespassing, resisting arrest, and violation of probation.
Why did the cows chase her? Cows are quite classed as animals, aren't they?
They might be more territorial, though. Oh. I haven't had many encounters with cows.
Cows are quite chill.
I hope she was on cocaine at the time. Because you imagine being on cocaine and being chased by like a dozen cows. That would be crazy.
You'd just be like really like worked up. You'd just be like really like agitated. Like, I don't get it. I mean, cows are quite calm animals. You can just walk up to the cow and give it a kiss and it's fine.
So do you have any other news stories?
No, because you're meant to bring the news, and I'm meant to bring the judgment.
But you just said that you brought better news. But now you're saying you don't have news.
No, I said I would bring better news than you.
Okay. But you just won't.
Listen, this is your podcast. I'm just a
special guest every week.
I'm just someone that's being like roped into it, and now I've got like Stockholm syndrome.
That's what you said on the first episode, though.
Exactly, and I'm sticking to it. I really don't know what I'm doing here.
You enjoy it, though.
Sometimes when you bring good news.
Well, I can't help what the news is. I don't make it up. I just read the news.
You find it.
I mean, I try not to read, like, bad, like, depressing news. I try to find ridiculous news.
Don't read me anything depressing.
That's why I try not to. Like, if there's, like, a murder, it's, like, a ridiculous murder, like the porn one.
Because the next week, while you'll be looking for news, it'll be like a woman hanged herself after listening to depressing news read on podcasts.
Yeah, it'll be our fault.
It'll be your fault. It'll be me hanging.
So yeah, I try not to read. Like, unless it's just ridiculous, like the food poisoning at a wake, or the woman that shot her husband over porn. Like, I'll read that.
Listen, I want to know what porn he was watching, please. I know we've put out an appeal on Twitter, but if anybody knows, please let me know.
It's gangbang.
Maybe it was.
I don't know what it was. I'm just guessing.
Listen, you and your fake news. I want real facts.
So, yeah, please let us know what kind of porn that guy's watching.
Yeah, please do, because it's just a waste of people's tax money when I'm searching for it, and all them poor people that are monitoring my internet use are like, fucking hell, like, will she just stop this?
So have you quest in life to find out about what porn that guy's watching?
Until I find something else I become fixated on.
Yeah. But hey, it's good to have goals. Solve life's mysteries.
I have goals, I have fascinations, sleeping fascinations.
You've had this fascination for a week, though, so that's pretty good for you.
Yeah, but remember when I was fascinated by that man that said he found a bottle of perfume and killed his girlfriend because it was fucking...
Yeah, he killed her and then tried to say that it was the perfume, but he didn't do it on purpose. right?
Well, yeah. I don't think that he's been arrested or anything, but I just listen. I just find it bizarre.
I think he murdered her.
I think he did.
I think he did.
I think he did. Nerve gas was what I was thinking of. It was nerve gas.
Yeah, that's not an accident.
Yeah.
So, that's the news. Is there anything else?
No.
Me either. So we'll be back next Friday with more news. That's just as pointless as chicken diapers.
Listen, I'm gonna take down chicken diapers. One, because I hate the word diapers, and two, because it's chicken abuse and it's environmental abuse.
You don't know that they don't like it.
They hate it. I can tell you that now.
You're assuming they don't like it.
No, they definitely don't like it.
I don't know about that.
Listen, if you don't have an interview with a chicken over this next week, then it's because you're full of shit and they hate it.
You don't know that.
I do. And it's your job to prove me wrong and get an interview with a chicken.
I can't interview a chicken. I'll just be like, bark, 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 bark.
Get an interpreter?
There are no chicken interpreters. We went over this.
I'm sure there are chicken interpreters out there. And you promised me a ghost expert. When are we getting a ghost expert?
I need to find one. Maybe we can find a ghost expert and a chicken expert. And we still never had anybody write in, nobody wrote in about
ghost chicken expert.
reusing condoms either.
No. I want a ghost chicken expert. Someone that's an expert on ghost chickens.
Isn't that Don Knotts movie? That was the Ghost of Mr. Chicken, I think.
I've never heard of that.
Let's see, Ghost, that's a movie. The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, 1966 movie. So there you go.
Who's Mr. Chicken?
Don Knotts, I guess. He was, did you ever hear the Andy Griffith Show?
No.
Oh, well, then you wouldn't know him, probably. So, we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. You think I tell them bye?
I'm waiting for you to do it.
I just said goodbye, everybody.
Bye.